First, the prospect then of a tricky game at Rotherham. United looking to concede nothing, hopeful obviously of a much better second leg at Old Trafford. Bruce winning the ball there for them. McClair on the chase on the far side, doing his customary hustling. And here United now in full stride with Strachan slipping the ball through, and Davenport scoring that important away goal for Manchester United. It made the return leg at Old Trafford nothing more than a formality, of course, and a chance for United to play some relaxed and accomplished football. And for the most part, that's just what they did. Switching the ball around, never in any great trouble, and always looking to get on the score sheet. Strachan, as usual, in the thick of things. Duxbury spraying the ball wide to the far side. Blackmore playing it through. And then eventually the first goal. Scored here by Brian McClair through the legs of the goalkeeper. Rotherham, for their part, played pluckily and often played some quite neat football. But United always had the upper edge. Robson breaking up that attack, finding Strachan. The long ball played left to the striding figure of Lee Sharp. And his cross beautifully met there by McClair for his second goal and United's too. Sharp's attack broken up that time. Rotherham seeking to get forward, but here's Duxbury again for Manchester United to Robson. Out on the right, as usual, Gordon Strachan. Duxbury spreading it wide to Sharp again. Once again, Duxbury trying to get a 1-2 going, and it comes eventually to Robson. A flick with the outside of the boot off the post, and that makes number 3. And United's passage into the next round now assured. But there's still more goals to come once that Rotherham wall can be persuaded to go back the full 10 yards. Referee having a problem or two with that as Strachan and Robson wait to take this free kick. But another goal is on its way, as Strachan just flicks the free kick. The header comes off the crossbar, and Stephen Bruce turns in the rebound. A momentary scare here for Jim Leighton, but United's defence pull themselves together eventually, and the goalkeeper can make the clearance. On the ball, forward to young Lee Sharp, and now Sharp really striding off there, the 17-year-old, and whipping in a fine cross for McClair, and that's Brian McClair's hat-trick, the only one he's to score this season, but a fine one that puts Manchester United into the next round of the Littlewoods Cup. Great run here by Sharp. It's always going to be tough here at Plough Lane for Manchester United. It's not the easiest ground for visiting sides. Eric Young in a bit of trouble there for Wimbledon. Here's McClair now for United. crossing the ball in. Can anybody get to the end of it, though? Robson's in there! United get a valuable one-goal lead. A good header by Liam O'Brien, I think it was, after Eric Young treads on the ball here. Leclerc quick to fasten on it. And now out of the picture, Robson making great strides into that goal area. Good header down. And there's Robson to finish it off. However, Manchester United went out of the Littlewoods Cup that night. And in the FA Cup, they made life difficult for themselves with a home draw against Queen's Park Rangers. They could only draw at Old Trafford, and that meant a difficult away replay at Loftus Road. What made it more difficult was that United travelled without Brian Robson, Paul McGrath and Gordon Strachan. But it was a night when their youngsters really turned up trumps. Here United coming forward again. Not the best of pitches at Loftus Road these days, but here's Mark Hughes slipping the ball forward, and a marvellous goal there by Tony Gill. Wearing the shirt of Brian Robson and showing all of Robson's opportunism. But that goal came in the 78th minute, and now we're deep into extra time. And this is the moment, really, when United youngsters really start to grow up. A fine goal coming up, made in the first place by David Wilson, with a good run here, taking on Paul Parker, sweeping past him, getting his cross in, and Daniel Graham there doing the finishing bit for United. This second replay at Old Trafford still very well balanced. United now coming forward. This is Lee Sharp. Just listen to that 47,000 crowd urging him on to get into that Queen's Park Rangers box. He's done so. He's brought down. It's a penalty. George Courtney, the referee, no hesitation whatsoever, pointing to the spot. And now the responsibility switches to Brian McClare, told by the referee to put the ball firmly on the spot. That'll just add to the tension a little bit. McClare versus David Seaman, and it's a goal! Valuable one-goal lead then for Manchester United. Corner for them. Comes now through to Brian Robson, and a fine goal! That's really what you call picking your spot. First-class piece of play there by Robson. As you can see, it comes to him, he almost looks up there, chooses the spot, and hits it in splendid fashion. Oh, Parker, very nearly an own goal. And Rangers all over the place in defence at the moment. Usually the most level-headed defender is Paul Parker, but he very nearly put through his own net. Now a corner then for Manchester United. Into Beardsmore. Across to the far side, it's there, McLeod! That's three. Certainly a bright start by Manchester United in the opening stages of this tie against Oxford United. Here's Strachan with the cross coming in. McClare couldn't quite control it. And something of a reprieve here for the second division side. But Lee Sharp doing a lot of chasing here to get it back. And eventually succeeds. Bring it forward now. McClare beautifully cutting inside. Switching it superbly for Milne. Oh, a brilliant goal! Mark Hughes scoring as good a team goal as you could see. Crossing it in. The corner rather needlessly given away there by Oxford United as Manchester United keep this pressure on Oxford. Strachan with the corner for Manchester. In and Bruce! A brave, diving, powerful header there by the big defender. And that's 2-0. And Oxford trying to put a few things together, but the United defence looking pretty mean this afternoon, giving very little away. Jim Leighton with the clearance. Hughes on the end of it, Strachan. Hughes twisting and turning, and it comes. Donaghy it was who got up there, but Phillips with the own goal. So United still leading by 3-0. It's a formality now. Let's see if they can cap it all off with goal number 4. Robson. Will-o'-the-wisp Strachan, popping up all over the place. Finding Milne on the far side. And Robson! They've got that 4th one. And United go into the 5th round. And in that 5th round, they were away to Bournemouth. Finished in a 1-1 draw, and United can thank a typical piece of opportunism by Mark Hughes. From the free kick to be taken by Steve Bruce, Brian Robson will play his part as well. Hitting it high towards the Bournemouth penalty area. There's Robson's fine header and a great turn by Mark Hughes. 1-1, back to Old Trafford. And the huge army of Manchester United's travelling fans had every right to believe that when they got back to Old Trafford, well, it could be United's year in the Cup. Well, it was victory here, but they really made hard work of it. A long clearance by Jim Leighton, and a mistake coming up in the Bournemouth defence with the back pass there. McClare fastened onto it, and that was the goal. United were to go out in the quarter-finals, though, to Nottingham Forest. No real success then in the league or the cups, but plenty of good things to remember. And those fans will tell you there's always next season.